third take, or I don't even know how many, of many. It's been one of those nights where I'm going to be dealing with people yelling loudly. Let's see if we can get through this together. How do you explain a green laser seen in the street and shot and struck the black Suburban passing by? You didn't watch the video. There's no sound of it being hit by anything. You watched somebody presenting that as an assertion without any basis. I posted a video right after you did this, and I included your comment here that I'm going to read, just this first part. Under it, as the reason I reposted my video from 2017 December. And after I gave you the information that I used in that video, you went out of your way not to comment under that video. You commented under an unrelated video for the next two comments I'm going to read as well. Because you do not want to see someone explain this. And I did explain it. And it's not a green laser. It's not green. It's mostly white. If a laser points at a white object or a black object, it'll get brighter if it's pointing at the white and a little bit darker if it's pointing on the black. On the black SUV, it goes over the tire, which should make it a lot dimmer, and it's the same brightness level objectively, which means it's not a laser bouncing off of the vehicle. It's actually a lens flare within the camera's lens system. There is no reason to assume otherwise, because there isn't. When you look at video and see a suspicious single dot in a city filled with light bulbs and strobes and neon everywhere, you don't presume. If you hear hoofbeats, it's not a zebra. The most likely thing is it's a light source and the camera's playing tricks. So you look for a light source that's opposite of the center point as best you can. Doink, doink. Now if it moves over here and this one moves here, that's to be expected. If however it's a little bit off, draw a straight line and see if that's the center point and then compare it with all of them. You might find that the center point is a little bit off with the camera lens because the camera lens may be placed right underneath the square die of the camera, but the visual area of the camera is over here, and this is the processing area, so it's a little offset in almost every single camera video I've seen, especially from Las Vegas. You can do this experiment if you actually wanted to. You chose not to, so let's go on with the rest. Funny thing is that it would be impossible for anyone to aim and shoot that SUV on the right side while the Mandalay Bay was on its left. Yes. So all you're showing is it didn't come from anywhere on that side of the other side of the vehicle. Next thing is, if you watch the entire video instead of watching Hoover or somebody else present it to you to try to prove a point that's not real, you'd notice that the dot keeps moving around a lot of places. And again, if you watch the original audio recording and video recording, I gave you a link. I'm sure you're going to poo-poo the original source. It does not have the sound of a bullet hitting any damn thing. It wasn't struck by anything. Why would you assume that? Where did you get that from? You didn't get it from the video. I mean, show me in the original, what was it, registered journal or whatever it's called, video that was linked to. When was it shot? The car operator didn't change any behavior, and there's a shooting going on that night. Anybody driving who hears a knock noise is going to drive away faster to try not to get hit. Anyway, and of course you want the Vegas shooting to stop because some more evidence might come out and make you look like an ignorant know-it-all. There isn't been more information released because Vegas police report by the police department and the FBI came out and basically said the things we knew they were going to say anyway. The only new information is actually from YouTube. And this is an old subject I debunked in December of 2017. And you said, WAPTEC wants the Vegas shooting to stop. It stopped in October of 2017. This is 2019, the current year. Do you have any extra evidence, or are you bringing up something I shot down in 2017? The video channel I had up before was taken down for that reason, maybe. Who knows? Next. It's not case closed. Yes, and JFK being shot isn't case closed because 5,000 people in the United States won't shut up about it. That doesn't affect whether the case is open or closed. A case is closed when the local police department and any entity with a standing in the legal system has decided that they don't want to pursue it anymore. It's considered a dead case or closed case. You've provided nothing other than seeing some lights in a video, and I already uploaded a video you ignored that proved that these are literally games being played by the lenses inside a camera. But please explain my question. I did. You ignored it. Because when I posted these answers, and gave you information. And also, I gave you more than one source. One source isn't available. I think Sean Graham's video is not available anymore. The other video is. It points out pretty obvious things. You ignored the one you could watch and went for the one that wasn't up. You've got to be joking. Please tell me you're joking. Your source is Sean Graham. I don't know if he actually erased the video. Should I check? Why would you talk about Sean Graham and not the other channel? Why are you concentrating on the video? That I'm pretty sure the video's gone. Why would you do that? No way you just said Sean Graham. Look, your whole answer was based on speculation. No. No, mine isn't based on speculation. My video I posted that you ignored immediately is based on, I think, a decade of looking at lens flares. It's not speculation, it's a lens flare. You're speculating that it was a laser and a shot because you won't watch the original recording and realize it's not a green laser dot because it's not really green, and there's no sign that anything was shot. I didn't hear anything, but maybe I should. I'll go back and look at the video. Okay? If I do, you do. You have to post first and post a video. You don't have one shred of evidence and forgot about proof. Counterpoint. You aren't presenting any form of proof. You're watching YouTube videos that literally don't tell you anything but what you're repeating here. You're regurgitating stuff. I looked into this to see if it was possible that could be a laser pointer. A laser of any kind. And then I noticed halfway through the video I did, originally in December, oh, wait a minute, it's a lens flare. So I stopped doing that video and put up the video you can see now and actually did some stills. Do you want me to do the entire video and dead center? Well, I can't. Raymond Page has been flagging people's videos for showing even single frames. I'll be lucky if I don't get a community guideline strike for it. I'm leaving it up until I get yelled at, and then I'll take it down. Sorry, but reality is reality. Don't like it, that's too bad. You have nothing. At least the laser point can be seen being aimed at people and at the view, and it was struck. Why are you saying it was struck when there's no sound of it? Again, I'll go look through the below me. I'll put in, I did or did not hear an audio sound that matches up with a strike. Please do yourself a solid and just skip making videos about it. No. I'd hate to see you make a fool of yourself, just like the suitcase falling down the escalator. It wasn't an escalator. I said it was falling down a staircase. And I said that was one of two explanations. The other one that I was given, this was a long time ago, really early on, was that the most likely thing that could cause it would also be a whole stampede of people running in and knocking over random objects, and that might sound like gunshots. I still don't know which one it is. The one I heard of and when I was told about was there was somebody carrying something up the staircase and something fell down. It could have been a suitcase or some other random object. I don't know what it was. But the point is that I was trying to throw a bone to the lady who said that they heard shots. Nobody else heard shots except one person. That's called a minority report on this channel. So, no, there weren't any shots at the Bellagio. People said they were shots or said there's shooting going on, but they didn't say it was happening inside of the Bellagio. They were running towards the Bellagio but saying shots are happening in it. No, there were no shots at the Bellagio. No, there wasn't a second gunman. None of you bring up anything except something we can easily double check and find a follow-up for. Machine gun sound. It's not a machine gun sound. So I'm saying escalator and machine gun when I don't believe I have. I may have actually said that. That is technically possible. All you have to do is show me where I said that. I might have. Or I might have been mocking somebody saying something like that. It wasn't a machine gun either, by the way. These were bump stock firings. I've done 2 videos confirming that, and I'm actually going to do another one where I do AK-47s using bump stocks. Because I found a bunch of videos for it. Stop challenging me, I'll find a way to do it. So anyway, next one. That was the biggest joke of them all, this article. Talk about hypocritical piece of garbage. On some parts you say the Las Vegas Police Department is correct, and others you say they don't know anything. Yes, the Las Vegas Police Department at times, whenever they're talking about something, depending on what they're talking about, they know everything that's going on or they know nothing. Just like every one of you. But at least they're not making an assertion that has been disproven repeatedly. It wasn't a laser. Most of the points you try to make or debunk sounds like you were actually there. You're claiming that there was a shot sound in a recording. There isn't one. You made this claim. You won't acknowledge you got it from somebody else. Live by the lie about where you get your information, die by it. You're not admitting that you got this information from some other source and you're taking their word. You don't check anything. You don't critically analyze anything, right? Again, I could be totally wrong about the recording. I will go back and look at the video immediately after making this video. And I'll put up at the top, I was wrong, there was a sound that sounded like a shot. And the thing is, I have to say this. And wake up, bro, you don't know Jack Buddy. Jack Buddy's a musician. Anyway, here's the deal, though. That's a equals 3 vote joke there. It's perfectly reasonable, the way I found out, something I didn't know, about how shots would sound if you fired several of them in a row, where the supersonic crack, three-dimensionally, you would assume it's a separate shot from the shot. And it can happen in all sorts of locations. And it can happen even downrange of on the opposite side of where it was fired from. You could hear what sounds like a shot going off. That isn't really a shot, it's just the bullet traversing at the speed of sound, and the cone-shaped shockwave comes at you at that angle. You hear it in the wrong spot. So that explains why everybody thought there were shots coming from everywhere. It caused massive amounts of confusion. I didn't realize that. I mean, I was wrong about that basic thing, and I learned something new about it. That doesn't mean there was multiple shooters. That just explains why everybody might have actually kind of come to that conclusion at one point. Actually, most people didn't. They didn't know what was going on. It confused them. Confusion and lack of knowledge is often more terrifying than reality. But anyway, to review. It wasn't a green laser pointer. It was mostly a white light. Next, it was a lens flare because it's opposite phase from another light source. Next, there was more than one of them. You didn't notice that? There's a pattern of light sources in that lens flare. It's not one, it's many. I didn't point that out in the video I re-uploaded because, honestly, I was just concentrating on the one that everybody talked about. There's more than one lens flare in that thing. And they do move in concert with each other because they're lens flares. That's it. Next, I'm not afraid of somebody bringing up Las Vegas again. This is I got to tell everybody this. JFK assassination theorists love pointing out, well, everybody's dropping it because they're scared. No, it's because it's old news and it's stupid to bring it up. But you can keep yelling that at the top of your lungs to corner, wearing sandwich boards, saying the world's coming to an end. Nobody has to pay attention to you. It's crying wolf. At this point, Las Vegas is pretty much over and done with. And in your assertion about me saying in the same sentence, Las Vegas Police Department is either really good at or really bad at whatever they're asserting. That's a completely reasonable thing to say about them. There's a couple of buffoons that we could point out, Lombardo, and a lot of people who aren't dumb. And then there's the chin cammers. I mean, I can critique them just like you can. It doesn't. Wouldn't you think it a little bit weird if I only said they were completely right all the time? And why do you guys always say they're completely wrong all the time? Everything they say is wrong. If they say it's Tuesday, it must be Wednesday, right? Contrarianism is a real big disease on the internet. And you're not the cure. I am. And the reason you guys are mad at me, and the reason I got a flood of comments a lot like this over the last 3 days, is whoever started reposting old debunked memes, because we recycle our memes when we're trying to make sure that we're relevant. So all I did was go dig it out of my archive and repost the same damn debunking. And no, YouTube won't let you see it. So I added Hoover's name to it. Get bent. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Good luck with it.